Welcome, everybody. Nobody is late, so nobody gets stabbed today. Woohoo.
Haha.
Oh, I know we had
Good,
combat. I know we had
good.
combat
Foe has
last
forgotten
time.
my transgressions from a couple days ago.
Wait, what? What did you do? I don't remember. What did you do that requires stabbing?
I think it was something in relation to the oil spill.
Oh yeah, the freaking oil spill shot. I hate you for that, by the way. That was the grossest thing ever. Ugh. Actually, no.
Hey, you personally described it as not that bad.
Actually, no. The tomato one was worse.
I'm sorry, the tomato. Oh, is the wait? What's the tomato one? I think I had to dip before that one.
It was
So
a tomato-based Jello shot.
Oh,
yeah,
oh,
with
like
tomato
the
juice.
Jello shot Bloody Mary. That one.
That was awful. That was the worst one. I don't like
I didn't
tomato
get the
juice.
worst one. Let's boogie go.
I don't like tomato juice. I decided to try it, and no, I'm not a fan of tomato juice. It's gross.
I'm a post in campaign no Mike what Phil had to drink.
I don't know if anybody clipped my reaction to it, but it was bad. Anyway,
I'll clip it later.
so your submission for it wasn't the worst one.
The worst one was that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, thick as fuck red, that one.
That one was
Extra
not-
thick.
Yeah. That one was not fun. It was pain. Anyway, I know we had combat last time, but I guess there were some significant developments story-wise. So who wants to recap some of that?
Well, alongside the combat, of course, we thankfully were able to calm down the two Grave Knights that were once and perhaps currently still are Ash's friends. We are currently on our way to return to the Halloway Labs to confirm a job well done. And I'm not sure if I'm not sure what the plan. It seems like we are going to be handing them over, or has that been discussed?
I don't think we had time to discuss that because we were focused on helping these guys over here.
Oh yeah, there were. Oh yeah, I forgot about the dying adventurers that are no longer dying, thankfully.
Pygmy?
Could possibly still be in danger.
They got in their strange car and left. I'm sure they're fine.
The clown car.
Yeah.
Nah, it's from this company. Fuck, what's it called? Cooper.
Cooper.
Yeah. You brought the wounded adventurers at least back to a main road where they could get picked up and then transported back to civilization. I think crew accompanied them to make sure that they were okay and didn't get ambushed again.
Yeah.
Also,
However, I would like to inform you about a thing that is relevant that I didn't get a chance to mention because I had to run it last time. But I do have access to this feat.
Oh yeah. Petra got cursed. I wasn't. The crew took care of that with a spell, but that's good
Yeah,
to know
crew
for the
took care of that.
future.
crew took care of the.
Referencing that
Wraith
in the
curse.
context of the Knights of the Death and the Grave.
Damn. Yes.
Oh. Oh.
That's useful.
That's good. Yeah, that might be.
That might be worth something.
Okay. There's also one more development that it pertains to Petra that would be of interest to Q Minos. So excuse me.
Well,
I don't know if you were here when she did it. I don't think so.
I think he had a dip before it happened.
Yeah, so before it got to Petra's turn, she removed what looked like a bracelet, and then she touched the trunk of a tree and it started decaying under her hand. And then she also did like a drain move on one of the ghouls, I think. Yeah, she can manipulate death. So that's interesting. I think
Fancy.
she and crew had a conversation about it very briefly. But yeah. But that's something Huminos would have noticed, and something you can bring up with her later if that ever happens. So let me just
Gotcha.
Yeah, because that I hinted at it before that like she has a weird aura of death pertaining to her. But it did get noticeably stronger when she removed the inhibitor cuff. So yeah, that's what happened. So you guys can go ahead and give yourself some hero points because I believe you guys consumed some last time. And then afterwards, you sent like the Grave Knight group, Ash's friends, on their way.
Well, they went off to go talk to each other, but yeah.
They're meeting you back up at the lab.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because hanging around with these guys, these guys probably not the best idea.
That is indeed true.
Anyway, let me go back to the other map.
It'd be bad if they woke up and saw the people that ambushed them were next to us.
Yeah, that could cause some misunderstandings.
Greetings there,
No.
people who we have definitely just saved. Ignore those who ambushed you behind us. We are
totally-
your friends.
We're totally not involved with
Anyway,
your ambush.
Anyway, we have rescued you. Do not mind my other friend there on his phone, currently getting $3,000.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Doc did his job as a rescue errant and got money from it. Yes.
Hell yeah.
I got
It's
money.
Some people chose to believe that as a fraud when we have done literally zero things wrong here.
It's like that situation with sports betting now where you can bet about anything, right? With the sports betting apps. Well, sometimes people make these weird
There's going to be a person running into the football stadium wearing nothing but a pink leotard, so 40 people bet that that's gonna happen, and wow, one of those people betting was that fucking person.
yeah. That happened at
That's
the
what
NFL.
the mob used to kill you over.
That's what happened at the Super Bowl. I think one guy made a bet that there would be a streaker on the field, placed a bet, then he did the streaking himself and he got a huge payout from it.
I think it was
So-
like a $1,000 fine for public indecency, and then fucking made like $150,000.
No,
Yeah.
I think it was, from what I heard, it was a total of like in the millions because he got his friends to bet on it as well.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's kind of like that. Which has a lot of weird implications, but that is something that can happen with rescue errands. Fortunately, Doc is not one of those people. Anyway.
Despite the name.
Yeah, despite his
The other
nickname as the-
the other name.
Yeah, despite his nickname of the Vulture. Anyways, so let's go back to the lab. Where the windows are still doors. I forgot to change those.
Hell
It's
yeah.
fine. Ignore that.
Ignore it, it's fine. No one to see the crimes that are in some of these windows.
Anyway, the rest of you guys, after sending the injured errants on their way and crew accompanied them, or did Ash accompany them too? I don't remember.
It was only crew.
It was only crew. So after crew parted ways with you guys to see the injured errands off, you guys make it back to the labs first, and then crew rejoins you not long later, like 15-20 minutes. Ash's friends are also, lurking around. You spot them hiding between the truck and the shipping container, skulking around, avoiding cameras.
They're nervous.
Rightfully so.
But why? That's suspicious. That's what did they do that was wrong?
Murder people, I suppose.
That is
Yeah, but, I
something
mean,
I
we've
would
all
be
killed
worried about in
people.
that position. I haven't. I actually have not.
Yeah, most of us have. Oh, I'm not sure. Penn said that once in character, and
I think last time it was discussed about like how many of you have actually killed people.
which yeah, most of us I think haven't.
No, it's mainly just Pent, maybe Ash, but Doc definitely has. So Pent and Doc definitely have. Anyway,
It would put it like I've never murdered anybody.
no, you just let them die.
You're
There's a
wanted
difference.
for murder, but you're not a murderer.
Oh yeah, there's a difference between actual murder and being accused falsely. Anyway, you guys make it back to the lab. Petra is kind of moody, quiet, a little grumpy looking. She's fiddling around with the inhibitor cuff on her wrist. But otherwise, she's all business.
Okay, so Ash, do you still want to go through with this?
Honestly, like, not sure.
I mean, should we like ask that? I mean, we told we told them like what's like what we've been told would happen here, right? That is, they're gonna be like the tests that are gonna be done are for the purpose. We've been told are for the purpose of curing the or like removing the curse, basically, right? If I remember right.
No, I was like brief. Like there's a way to reverse, potentially. But it wasn't like a briefing.
Yeah, Holloway kind of briefly discussed with you guys that he's been looking into a way to possibly reverse the Grave Knight state, but also Petra has informed you that there's been other studies that have been conducted at the lab regarding undead stuff. But Petra, she is kind of smart, but not like, academic smart, or at least this kind of stuff goes over her head. This is like, PhD level studies, so
Yeah.
doesn't really understand the lingo. But she's also been here like a while, like a couple months to a year, almost. But she hasn't noticed anything going on as far as she's told you.
Hasn't been dissected, so that's great, I guess.
That is a W.
She also has been a subject of study because she has a death gift.
But
things that you touch die. Wow.
I mean, I wouldn't say they die. I mean,
they just lose the aspect of living.
You become an item.
You have been promoted to corpse. No, but I mean, I guess. No, I mean, obviously, it's unlikely she would know the kind of like tests that are done on the other subjects, but presumably they wouldn't be too different from what's done to her, from what the studies that have been done on her, especially because, for one, just looking at it from an aspect of like research ethics, these people, while they are obviously not alive, they are sentient and sapient enough to be able to like clearly, they're clearly able to think, they have a sense of self and all that. For all intents and purposes, aside from the heart beating, they are alive. So, like research ethically speaking, they would have to be treated as such.
Yeah, I mean, like, you rolled for it before, like, what crew knows about the studies going on at Holloway Labs. Yeah, they're pretty much beholden to academic and scientific ethical standards. So, cause as little harm or pain and suffering as possible. Informed consent. What else? You know, like all that kinds of stuff. Yes, I have. I was in like like a research study stream for psych studies and stuff. We had to learn that. Yeah, there are standards.
My one class, it wasn't like a research specifically, but I did take a healthcare ethics, which is, well, obviously different ones. They certainly intersect.
Oh yeah, for sure. But yeah, Holloway Labs is beholden to those standards. So, and then there's also sorts of safety protocols, which of course crew would know about, being in the more mechanical engineering stuff.
And also, I also feel like crew specifically would know about this a little more because his specific quote-unquote area of study right now is one that involves life and like researching a quote-unquote live case, I'll say.
Now,
So
for when it comes to any kind of scientific research involving live subjects or living things, a lot of the time, if you can avoid using them, you do, but if there's no choice, yeah, they have to be treated humanely, and if they have to be euthanized, they also have to be euthanized humanely too. So, because sometimes that happens. So, compassionate care and, cause little harm or suffering as possible. Sometimes it's unavoidable, unfortunately. But yeah, that's kind of the situation, at Holloway Labs. You don't know exactly what's going on. All of the research areas are, according to Petra, behind closed doors that she doesn't really have access to, aside from the parts that she's been in, but she's only been in one. Or I think I know she mentioned the other one, but she doesn't like going in there because it freaks her the hell out.
What's in the one that freaks her the hell out?
Freaky
Weird
plants.
plants.
Freaky plants.
Yeah, that's. Hopefully that shouldn't. Hopefully that won't matter here.
But while you guys are talking, Petra is fiddling with one of the security cameras up here and just kind of conveniently nudging it.
Why is she nudging it?
Away
So that
from,
she's blocking it.
Yeah, away from those guys over there. Anyway,
Alright. So
have you guys decided on what you want to do? We're here.
yeah, what is the did we tell them what's like what we've been told? Crew's asking this in character now.
It was brief. It was in the midst of all that fighting. But they haven't gotten a full rundown.
We probably should do that, before we go in. And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you should be the one to tell them, I think.
Well, are you scared?
Yes. Why did you forget I've only met these people this one time. My first impression with them is them standing over nearly dead bodies and me getting or and us all getting attacked. Did you forget about that part? Have you seen Hades? He
Yeah.
fucking terrifies me, man.
He's a good guy.
I'm sure. I'm sure if I get to know him, if I got to know him over drinks, I'm sure we'd be leaving hands on each other's shoulders. The best bugs, best buds, not
You can
bugs.
reach that high?
We're people. Mate sometimes lets me stand on him when necessary. He can handle the weight.
Doing it there.
But right now, right now, that's my only impression of him. And yes, I am scared. There's no reason to pretend otherwise. I am scared of him. You actually know this guy. So please.
I'm going to go and sit in the chairs while we wait for them.
I will be back.
I'll wait here as well. I'm not particularly interested in conversing with the Grave Knights.
So, harsh. Okay.
Why is everybody scared?
Anyway, after finishing the cameras and listening to you guys discuss the matter, Petra also goes into the labs to kind of get everything sorted out. I'm just gonna put her here, and then let's go over here. Ash, you gather up with your friends. I guess they're still your friends, kinda, even though they're dead. Myrbles is fine. She's pretty stoic about the whole situation. Hades is Hades. Looks kinda grumpy, as usual, not really saying much. Ein looks depressed, very sad and depressed. The shoulders slumped, kinda, yeah, upset. Not for any particular reason, but can you really blame her for being depressed right now?
Not really. He'll walk over and I guess like offer some comfort to Ein, like place a hand on her back. And just look around at all of them. How are y'all feeling right now? Besides dead, don't say dead.
Mirabella shrugs. Fine, all things considered. I'd say we're catching up, but there's not really much catching up that needs to be done. I haven't been away for all that long. As for these two, she nudges her head towards Hades and Ein. I think they're doing better. Hades emits a grunt of acknowledgement. Ein also nods. Still in pain, but otherwise okay, I guess.
We believe that this lab can help with that pain, or at least help with this curse. But I'm not too sure if there's like a guarantee in that.
Ein presses her lips together in a frown. I just want the pain to stop. But she looks kind of apprehensive about the lab. I don't want to be around more people that'll hurt us again.
That's understandable. And I don't want y'all to have to go through that again either. So, if you're ever feeling like you don't want to go through it, you can let me know right now. But I'll be here with y'all every step of the way.
Ein still looks a little unsure, but Maribel shifts a little bit closer to you as if to kind of reinforce your assurance. Well, if there's anyone whose judgment we can trust, it's you, Damon. But the minute it looks like whoever's in charge here might try to do something, she pauses. She narrows her eyes in a squint. Unsavory. We're gonna cut and run. Alright?
Will not stop you.
My recollection of everything that happened after we got ambushed is still a little fuzzy. But it wasn't pleasant. I think I can say for all of us that we'd like to avoid that if at all possible.
Same here. Looks around. When was the last time y'all had seen Eden?
A few looks are exchanged. Maribel is the one that speaks up first. I don't know about them, but the last time I remember seeing her was when we left the facility recently. I'm not sure how long ago that was. A week, maybe more. And Hades and Ein both nod as well. Oh yeah, we all left around the same time, didn't we? So, about a week. Eden was supposed to come with us, but she had to stay behind. She had some complications, I think was how it was phrased. And then Maribel is like, she nods as well. Something like that. I didn't stick around with Hades and Ein. I like scouting around by myself. So I haven't seen her since. I don't know if she was released from the facility to catch up, or if she's still there. We don't exactly keep close contact. We have handlers, but that's about it.
These handlers. Is there a way for y'all to contact them, or is it more like they find you kind of thing?
Maribel nods. And the second one, usually we're just allowed to move around on our own. We're usually given a time and place to rendezvous back with the handlers. And she tilts her head to one side. deliver anything that we were supposed to collect.
Is there a date or a time that's coming up soon?
Oh, give me 1 second. I'm just gonna check the calendar. Da, 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 da. What day are you on? You're on the 7th. Okay. Alright.
Damn.
Yes, I have a calendar. Alright, it is the second day, well, technically third day of the week, so it'd be equivalent to Tuesday. So, alright.
Oh, you have Sunday as the start of the week.
Yeah, it's Sunday is the start of the week, so technically it's the third day, so it'll be like the equivalent of Tuesday.
Something. It's called the weekend. It should be at the end of the week. Why is it weekend if Sunday start week?
Because it
Technically,
looks
that's how I get
weird.
paid. So, like, Sunday is our first day of the week,
Yeah, that's
and
usually how
Saturday's
it's
the end.
But then that's week start, not weekend.
Well, the weekend is Friday, Saturday.
Huh?
Yeah.
You're confusing for it.
I'm not gonna get into it. It's just I
It-
have
This is one of
Sunday
the
as
hills I
start of-
like to die on. I don't actually have an opinion on it. I just like dying on the hill.
Because when you arrange like with Saturday and Sunday at the end of the week and how the calendars are displayed, it looks weird.
No, for sure. Like, is Sunday to like they're the bookends of the week.
Yeah, they're the bookends. And
I just like arguing that that Sunday is the end of the week, not the start, because it's called the weekend. I don't actually care.
anyway, so Mirabelle tells you that the day that they're supposed to be rendezvousing with their handlers is 3 days from now on Fire Day, which would be the equivalent of Friday. But yes, I'm showing off the calendar just to show people visually what that looks like.
Alright, guys, we gotta
Okay.
ambush handlers to steal their uniforms.
Honestly, that is literally what I'm thinking.
I was like, we could intercept them. Yeah. Oh. That's good information to have. Do they usually take you back to the facility after that?
Mirabelle nods. Yes, that's usually how it works. We don't know exactly where the facility is, but I have an idea of where our delivery point is, and then we take transportation back. All I know is that home base is somewhere underwater. It's only accessible by submarine.
Interesting. Could be a way to find out where they are. Or at least part of the way there. But apart from that, are you really okay with going through this lab?
Mirabella stares in the direction that Petra departed in. I don't know this girl all that well, and I don't know if you do, but she seems... She smiles wryly. Honest enough. Not that I don't think she's capable of lying, I just don't think... I think for her it's too much effort to lie. And anyway, here is probably better than back there. And if it isn't, well, there's ways of making them pay.
So, I'm not trying to like make people lose any head here.
You see her eyes flare up briefly, and then she smacks you on the head.
Ah.
Smack. Smack.
I'm wondering if Hades and Ein are seeing this and just like join in.
That would be overkill. So no.
I think one of them would hurt.
Also, I'm still way too depressed to do much of anything.
Fair enough.
Anyway, let's get this over with. See, Maribel's starting to wander off. The other three.
They're committing.
Meanwhile, inside, Petra's kind of impatiently tapping her foot, leaning against the corner of the hallway, grumbling to her.
Any magazines in the waiting area?
Weirdly enough, yes.
Who might as well be reading a magazine?
Interestingly
Taylor
enough,
Fast did what?
Interestingly enough, the magazines that are present seem kind of odd for what this place is. You'd expect there to be... Sorry, I'm watching my husband pet the bunny who's like just smushing himself against the floor while he's being petted. It's really cute. Anyway, you'd expect for this kind of place to see a lot of scientific journals, engineering, generally research materials, and there are, but there's some things that look like they're obviously Petra's reading material. So there's like a lot of errant catalogs, entertainment magazines and stuff like that.
You got manga.
Yeah, probably manga as well.
Got the
Oh,
gossip
she got
mag
it.
over there.
I can't think of any way to fuck up Shonen Weekly.
I really have to wonder how they keep their hair like that. Like, is it a lot of hair gel, or is it just like that?
Petra will glance over in your direction. Wait, what? What are you going on about? Stares, notices the manga. Oh, I guess I haven't really thought about it. It's just a really neat art style.
I mean, I suppose.
I mean, I've seen people dress up like the characters sometimes. Sometimes it's hair gel, other times it's a lot of pins. Other times it's really completely fake. The hairstyles aren't possible. They put styrofoam to pad it out. The braids aren't really attached in proper places. They're separate pieces that are glued on. And she goes on, it's like on a semi-rant. Imagine the kind of rant that you'd have with like cosplayers.
You're talking like you have experience in this.
I was about to ask, is this something that you're familiar with?
Stares, glances aside awkwardly. She folds her arms. Maybe. There's a lot of anime fans in the errant community. You see her
Are
gaze kind of
you
flick down
one
towards.
of them?
You see her gaze kind of flick down towards like her own outfit. Stares aside awkwardly.
Honestly, if you think about it, like, most of us already dress up like we're in cosplay, so...
You do?
Okay, fine, yeah. So what? I like that kind of stuff. It's kind of
Not-
cool.
Judging you, I'm just asking a question.
You run into all sorts of people when you're an errant. Sometimes they make reading recommendations. Also, I kind of need something to do in between contracts, and it's interesting. It's fun sometimes to watch. Slice of life stuff is kind of boring, honestly. But sometimes I get a kick out of the shoujo genre, the magical girl stuff.
Is it weird to ask that I've never heard of any of this?
Considering your whole
You don't
deal,
know
Doc,
anything.
I would be more surprised if you did.
I don't know if Miyari would have been into that kind of stuff. Just if she was, she would have probably talked about it at some point.
He already seems like a busy person.
Too big for anime.
Yeah, I don't think Miyari is super into it. Maybe.
I don't know. I could see her popping up at popping open like an episode or something as like a in-flight entertainment.
She got a Hello Kitty keychain or something, you know.
We're just
Yeah, like,
making
I don't
everyone anime fans now.
Like I don't see her being like a massive fan, but like I feel like she could be a casual enjoyer. I feel like that makes sense for her.
I feel like Miyari, if she were to watch anime, she'd probably be more one of like the mainstream anime fans. Probably watched like, I don't know, whatever the equivalent of 4Kids dubs would have been.
Pokemon.
I won't lie. I was fully imagining her as a One Piece watcher when I said
Yeah.
that.
Miyari
Ah,
probably
yes.
definitely would have watched One Piece.
I guess the hit channel 5 Teens.
5 teens.
But yeah, Petra I think is more of a, I wouldn't say closeted anime fan, but her taste in genre is probably surprisingly girly.
Really?
Yeah. She likes
We
the
stand a girly pop.
shoujo. Yeah, she likes the girly stuff, the shoujo, the magical girl stuff.
Yeah, gets embarrassed about it.
Gets embarrassed about it. Probably has like
Okay.
a little bit of interest in the shonen stuff, but she finds them too predictable and boring, and like the heroes are super shallow and uninteresting. They're all the same. I'm totally not speaking from experience myself.
Not projecting at all.
Not
projecting.
projecting at all. Anyway.
Ash did open her room. Was there anything on like the floor that he could have seen?
Oh no.
The hidden mangas.
What would be like super girly and like kinda artsy? Oh, the only this is no shade to the series at all, but the only thing that's coming to mind for me right now is Revolutionary Girl Utena.
No.
Yeah, the weird artsy Yuri anime, which has like 3 different versions. Ow. But yeah. Oh, Princess Tutu as well would be, or whatever the equivalent to that would be. That was my sister's favorite. But yeah, you'd find stuff like, you would have found some stuff like that, Ash, littered around the room. Anyway, Petra squints at the book Kuminos is holding. Hey, where'd
Do
you
you
find that?
want
I
it
thought
back?
I
It is in the shelf right here.
Oh, I was wondering where that was.
Well, I'm assuming you left it out and they thought it was part of their normal.
Play.
Yes.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, Zero has a couple of cleaning bots that go around rearranging stuff. Sometimes they put things in the wrong place. They mean well, but yeah, I have trouble finding my own belongings sometimes, so I was wondering where that went.
You don't say.
Ash, you're back up. Are they willing to go through with it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then.
But if
Now we just need to find
they
Zero.
feel like they're being in danger, they will run. And I will let them.
Alright, then. So, Petra, where's Zero right now?
You see her purse her lips, stare down the hallway, then stare down the other hallway. I'm actually not sure. If he's not in his office, then he's probably in the lab. Give me a sec. Let me check. And she stalks off. Oh, no, I grabbed Doc. Sorry, I'm just gonna shove you into the wall over there.
Push it.
You're
So,
the
yeah,
sacrifice
she
to bring him
shoulder
out.
checks Doc into the wall as she
Ow.
passes by.
Get the hell out of here.
Hey man, you're standing in the way.
She doesn't. Maybe she doesn't actually do that, but that wouldn't be out of character for her to do. Like, hey, on your left, and then just shoves you.
Yeah, when that happens.
And then she comes back. Okay, he's not in his office, so he's probably in the lab.
Come with you, or...
Yeah, might as well. Just try not to freak out at anything you see. So place her palm on the scanner. You hear a beep. Door unlocks. Alright, yeah, come on in. Like I said, try not to freak out. There's some weird shit in here.
Hopefully we've seen worse by now.
Oh, great. There's hazmat suits.
And a no smoking sign on the floor.
You think it would like combust if he did?
Well, none of you smoke. I would hope not.
I mean, I think crew does, but not cigarettes.
So he's
as
a
a herbalist.
vape kind of guy. I see.
No, I was implying weed.
Well, okay, that doesn't surprise me either.
Yeah, exactly. Like he seems like the type to just like a stressful night needs to relax.
Funnily enough, apparently weed also makes you paranoid. So
Yeah, it absolutely
on brand.
can, which is
on brand for crew, honestly. Relaxed but also paranoid.
Which one is the supposed weird plant room?
She points to this one, locked door. And Doc, on the floor, you notice there's like a biohazard. Is that a biohazard? No, it's not a biohazard.
Yeah, that looks like- looks like considering it has a hazmat gas mask on, so like inhaled substance.
Dangerous inhaled
Presumably.
substances.
Yeah. You see like warning marks on the floor. It's kind of like a biohazard type thing. Yeah, don't go in there. It's freaky. Some weird biohazard material stuff.
I've
Also,
probably seen...
yeah, if you see a curtain room up here, don't go in there either. That's, She pauses, trying to figure out how to phrase it, and she looks a little awkward. Oh shit, hang on, sorry, I'm just peeking out. There's a fight!
Fight, kit.
He's getting injected, is he? I'm gonna have to look at that later, I'm sorry. I can't
Yeah,
resist
I-
my hockey.
No hockey.
I just remember hearing something about how I don't know if this is still the case or not, but hockey teams used to have one person that was completely shit at hockey, but was really strong. So all they would do was get into fights to knock people out.
So, sorry,
Tom Wilson.
sorry to go on the hockey tangent, but they used to be called goons, or well, they're enforcers. They used to be called goons, and traditionally in hockey, they'd be good at fighting, but their hockey skills were not so great. And their whole job was to be enforcers, to kind of keep the peace on the ice. So yeah, goon used to have a different meaning. But yeah, they're essentially there to kind of hit and get into fights with other players to make sure that star players who are actually good, wouldn't get hurt. So if people start, ganging up on your rookie players or your best shooters or whatever, then it's you're gonna do that, huh? Well, fuck you. And
Trying to
just,
get gooned,
them.
huh?
In more recent years, that's less of the case. You'll still have players on certain teams that will still be fairly good at fighting or willing to get into fights. They're usually going to be not your star players, but if you want to play a more physical game, then there's usually going to be at least one or two guys on a team that are capable of doing that, just really laying people out. But yeah, there's been less of an emphasis on that in recent years. But yeah, they're still around. Anyway.
Get back to session. No more hockey.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
There are still gooners in hockey. Good to know.
Anyway, yeah. Petra will nod in this direction towards a curtained off alcove. Yeah, don't go in there unless you don't mind seeing stuff that you don't want to see. That is the decontamination shower, technically. Also used as a regular shower. Don't go in there. My laundry's still there. Yeah.
Oh,
Get you
is that bad?
peeking. I get you peeking.
You
and
could
I'll
have-
kick your ass.
You could have just led with that. I was curious up until the point where you said that.
Yeah, you could have just said your shower.
Yeah, if you guys peek in there, I will fucking kill you. So
Is there a
don't.
restroom?
Yeah, in the hallway. Where, Huminos was sitting. That's the restroom.
Everything is so separate.
Well, it's a public bathroom. They doesn't have a shower, so the only place I can shower is over here. And since I'm the only living person on site, well, I get to use it exclusively, so, yeah. The robots have their own decontamination process, but it's a lot easier for them. Anyway, I'm gonna go find Zero. Just sit tight. She'll stalk off.
Okay. Still kind of curious what kind of plants that would be considered weird.
Go in there, find out.
I mean,
Oh, he's still
can't really
over
open the door.
Oh, here.
You can lockpick the door.
Wait, you're gonna lockpick the door? Okay, you're
Modern
gonna.
problems require modern solutions.
If you're gonna try, is that what you're doing? You're gonna try and pick it?
No, I don't want to break into anything here and then be considered a thief. I'm not a thief. I'm a rogue.
Yeah, you're
Also-
a ruffian.
You've stolen
That's-
cars before.
That's not true. I've commandeered cars before.
Also, I love the. I love how the you just have like the tiniest urge to break into a locked off part of an experimental lab that's labeled as biohazard.
Hmm.
That's
Doc
great.
himself is a biohazard. He just wants to be among his kind.
That is
Look,
true.
it's all
Doc is-
misdirection.
He has a mask for this kind of stuff. It's fine.
I mean, yeah, Doc could probably wander in, but also he's like a flesh abomination, so he might be fine, he might not be fine, you don't know. Yeah. Best not.
Look, if they didn't want us to look into it, they shouldn't have put all these really cool spikes around the place.
Yeah.
A few minutes pass. Are you guys like doing anything or saying anything while you're in here? While
I mean, we're gonna snoop around a little more.
yeah, you can snoop around a little bit if you want.
I think while the snooping around is happening, Crew's taken out the bracers that we got from the previous Grave Knights, and is just kind of looking it over as well.
You still plan to give that to Zero? I'm guessing.
Yeah, Crew, just sort of like a, basically Crew's plan is to be like, I also have this, it appears to be working the same, but before I hand it over, I just want to make, like, basically using that as, like, leverage to, like, if necessary, leverage to, like, further, ensure the safety of Ash's friends.
Also, while you guys are in here, you see tiny little robots, like these things, skidding around.
Really
Like-
tiny micro robots on the tables.
Yeah, tiny micro robots moving around on the tables.
Crew is clearly very distracted by the tiny little robots. Just
There are larger robots that can be seen around the facility, but no tokens for those or map assets for those. Just like the tiny little ones. But yeah, imagine there's more robots.
And a Roomba.
wandering around. Oh yeah, and a Roomba. Also, another thing to note, unlike any of the other spaces that Petra occupies, which are insanely messy, the lab itself is actually almost pristine, aside from a couple of spills or fluid leakage that are in the process of being cleaned up by the bots.
Or laundry in that room over there we can enter.
Or yeah, or yeah, the laundry. Yes. But is there anything that you would like to snoop while Petra is retrieving?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that door's locked, but
He opens the door.
Server room.
there's a lot
It's
of techy stuff in there.
It's a server room, I think.
I see. Well, I can't do anything with that.
Yeah. The lab itself is pretty cold or cool, but the server room's even colder than everywhere else because, hey, you gotta cool them off somehow. A lot of data processing, apparently. Yeah, just a bunch of servers. Anyway, anything else you guys are
And
doing
take-
or snooping at?
No.
Let's look at the hazmat suits.
Oh, put one on and then you can walk in there.
Doc, in this corner you see an alcove full of hazmat suits. They don't look like they've been worn in a long time. You do see one that has a name embroidered on a tag on the chest, and it says Holloway on it. But like the other ones, doesn't look like they've been used in a long time. Like they haven't been touched in, yeah, forever.
These don't get used a lot. We're just decorating set pieces.
Probably because that guy's dead.
Yeah.
You gonna put one on?
I mean, no.
You look like you're shopping over here.
I'm just looking while I'm waiting.
Alright. Well, eventually Petra comes back with Zero in tow.
Oh, looks like they're here.
Alright, found him. Zero was a little engrossed in his work, as usual. And she moves off to the side. Anyway, job's done. Situation's been taken care of. I don't think we'll be running into this problem anymore, at least for a while. But, yeah. And she waves a hand towards Mirabellus, Ian, and Hades. Oh yeah, one extra one too, by the way. She was traveling with these guys before, apparently. She wasn't involved in the incidences around the lab. And Zero steps forward, peers at the group. Ah,
Ash standing in.
I see. Fascinating.
You wanna introduce yourself and yourselves?
Yeah, they quietly and politely introduce themselves. Mirabellus is the one that kind of takes leadership, I guess you could call it. Introduces herself first. Hades doesn't really talk, but he manages to grunt out his name, and Ein just quietly mumbles. She's still very sad and depressed looking.
Oh, poo.
I see.
Looking. It's probably a little hard to tell, but like looking at Zero as they like clearly show various emotions and ability to respond, like, understand and respond to stuff like speech. Is there anything of like a surprise or anything? Like, does it look like he was expecting like mindless and instead got, not mindless?
It's a little hard to tell. Zero's face isn't super expressive. He's an older model of robot or android. I don't remember what I made him. Whatever, it's fine. He looks like an older model of construct, so it's hard to gauge his expression or even tone. But the way he seems to analyze them, and just in his tone and wording, seems kind of surprised that they're not mindless, but at the same time also not surprised, if that makes any sense.
Like this was a possibility, but
Yeah.
not an expected one.
I mean, considering that his whole thing is researching undeath and undead, yeah, it's a possibility.
Right. So now that they're here, I forget. Did you say what the just because clearly they are not. I mean, they're. Let me try this again. Sorry. What? Now that we're here, can you like say what the what they'll be? What your plans are basically? What like the for the
Your,
testing
your
and all that?
intentions?
How do you plan to possibly remove this curse? Or assist in removing it?
Zero is silent for a couple of seconds as he attempts to parse your question and then also formulate a response. As was stated before, the nature of the research at this lab revolves around the nature of undeath. And as you can likely assume, Grave Knights are a poorly understood subset of undeath, although undeath itself is also a very little researched and understood aspect of life. I simply wish to ascertain the nature of what sustains them, and perhaps how to reverse it. Normally, undeath are created from things that are already dead. Grave Knights, apparently, do not need to start that way. They can be derived from living specimens and then turned that way, much alike vampires or zombies.
Yeah, on that topic, actually, sorry, real quick, just make sure I have the name right. Season 2 took place in Sunshale, right?
Mm-hmm.
On that topic, actually, did you happen to hear what happened in what happened in Sunshale it was like a few months, right?
A month.
Like a month,
Of a
2
month.
months.
Yeah, like a month or so back.
Indeed. I did hear of the reports, and some research material and information was provided to me in the time since. Unfortunately, it was not much. There weren't very many specimens available for research. Many of the Grave Knight implements were destroyed upon collection, so I was unable to obtain any.
Well, in that case, I have a proposition for you, as Crew's going to take out one of the bracelets. Because I trust you. I want to get that through, but at the same time, our meeting with these people here may not have started on the right foot, but they are clearly in all, aside from physically, they are alive as well. So I just want confirmation that you are going to do whatever you can to ensure their safety and comfortability while they're here. They are.
You see Zero's eyes flash momentarily, kind of in mimicry of a blink. Of course. All research and experiments will be conducted in line with all research and scientific standards for safety and ethics. If possible, we will try to avoid any undue harm and suffering.
Crew smiles at that.
Also,
I
all
think
research subjects that are sapient and sentient will be given as much information as possible so that they may consent to any procedures. Should they not wish to express their consent, then the procedures will not be done.
Crew smiles at that as I figured that would be the case. I just wanted confirmation for the sense of security. As Crew's going to walk up and hand over the bracelet. I I got this from the source, so it still works. Well,
An authentic version from the Sunshale disaster.
Ah,
That's a
fascinating.
collectible, man.
Fascinating. Excellent. This will be used for further research and experimentation in order to better understand the condition of grave knights. And a bunch of the tiny little robots skitter across the floor, climb up Zero's body, grab the bracer, and then skitter back down and then start carrying it away like a horde of ants. Door opens. Robots pass through, door closes.
Sorry, all I can imagine is Mate just like a little distracted, sees a bunch of robots and like almost tries to start following them.
May I say a cat like that?
I,
As for you three, I can assure you we will try to accommodate you as best as possible, as well as ensure your safety and comfort. And that seems to satisfy Mirabellis a little bit, and she seems a little less on edge. Alright then. I think we'll be in good hands here, at least for the time being.
for what it's worth, I think so too. I've heard a lot about this guy. If there's anyone that could help you all out, it would be him. Or fuck, what pronouns does Zero use again, if any?
Zero is a they them technically, but kind of tends to lean more towards male pronouns, I guess. Yeah.
He they type deal. I
Yeah,
get
he
it.
they.
What about
Yeah,
she,
if-
them, too?
Yeah, Zero's not very particular, but will respond to like he, they, them, he, him. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, yeah. If anyone could help you out, it'd be him. He's trying his best to put on a an assuring smile for the people he met at most one day ago.
And also, we would like to open a communication line to get updates on the research progress of these individuals.
Zero will pivot his head in Doc's direction. Ah, of course. Despite not being, guardians, I suppose you are family, friends?
You can say that.
Yeah, friends.
Very well then. You will be listed as emergency contacts for updates on their progress and status. And for any pertinent information on research, at least as much that can be released.
Of course, confidentiality and all that.
Well then, if you three would like to get settled, please, you may enter the lab. We have rest pods that you may occupy for the time being until better accommodations can be provided. And if you have any sustenance requirements, please do not hesitate to let me know. Step aside and the doors
We will
to the lab will open.
We will create a facsimile of Ash for you to beat up whenever necessary.
We'll just move them aside.
Crew will wave them off.
Additionally, I will grant you visitor access to the lab. That way you may enter the laboratory in order to visit whenever you like. However, please be sure to check in with myself or Petra in order to alert us to your presence. At least that way we can be sure none of the other specimens or experiments will be interfered with.
Of course.
Also, while we're on the topic of specimens, I also have a specimen delivery I like to make.
Yes, go on.
Doc would like to pull out the bud he got from the tree, you know, the dryad.
Oh. You see Zero's eyes glow faintly as he analyzes the flower that you give him. Huh. Fascinating.
Happy Valentine's Day, everyone.
Accepts the flower.
Happy Valentine's Day.
This
Sorry.
is a different specimen compared to what I am used to studying. Most of the specimens that I have collected, at least the ones that are plant-based, are infused with energy relating to death. This one, however, seems to correspond to life.
Yes. Supposedly your old master got presents like these in the past. And I was
Ah,
told
yes.
to give it to you.
Ah yes, Dr. Holloway did receive specimens like these in the past, though it has been many years since I have seen one. Thank you. He will put the flower in a specimen jar and then tuck it away.
Nice.
Now, while you are all here, did any of you have any questions or concerns related to your companions or research?
Okay, guys, out of character. So we ask him if he knows anything about the Gen Corp lab.
Sure, go ahead.
We could.
We could.
We still don't know exactly where it is.
We could. I'm thinking we might want to first ask, like, if he's, because like we know that, because we know the handlers, and while yes, we're planning on intercepting that, I want to ask if there are like, basically like, if there are protections in place should whoever transformed them try to reobtain them.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, Petra is like the only fighter present here.
Yeah, so like, she's the security, but I'm also wondering
Yeah.
in the case of like you know, obviously there are locks, there are cameras, full sci-fi turrets and turrets when a laser alarm gets tripped, stuff.
Wow. I also, Foe, no disrespect, but Petra being the only fighter here does not inspire confidence.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, she's like in
don't
lore
get me
and
wrong,
in mechanics, she's a good fighter. If there was like even
she
3
is.
people, she's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's,
Well, 3
it's more so
competent
that,
people.
yeah, it's more so to the fact of she literally. I mean, yes, I'm like 5, almost like 4 levels higher than her, and levels mean a lot in 2E. But that's also kind of the point. If even mildly equivalent level creatures / characters are signed here, she's fucked.
She's level 9, by the way.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, I see the issue.
I mean, then again, it's also suits agents, which are all dual class, and
Yeah.
she's
Yeah.
single. She's a sole class.
Yeah,
She's
no,
gonna strangle him to death.
Like, I can probably just, like, outright tell you, since Pent would be a pretty good judge of compatibility. Petra's pretty good by herself, but the fact that you're dealing with suits agents who are a pretty significant threat, she can deal with the grunts, the rank and file easily enough, or any, vandals that might try to harass the facility because, hey, we don't like the undead stuff, get the fuck out. She can deal with that. She can kick their asses. But when it comes to suits agents, she would not be able to take on one by herself. Even numbered agents are a pretty big threat, as Pent would know. And face rank, no chance.
I'm one of them. Yeah. And that's to say nothing of whatever GenCorp may fucking bring in.
Mm-hmm.
And if it kind of Joker, the whole place should be burned down.
Yeah, if they send in a Joker, this place is fucking history. Then again, if it's one Joker versus, like, the 9 of us, we may stand a chance.
But also, that's implying that we're just going to spend the rest of time here as further security.
No, of course. The things I've been saying in chat are like, hey, are we, like, sure that this place is safe?
Yeah.
Like, well, yeah.
Also, don't forget, you have Regina, who is a former suit agent. She was the Queen of Spades. So...
That's also fair.
Yeah. I mean, she hasn't been an active agent for years now, but she was a face rank for a reason.
Yeah.
She's, like, probably, like, level 12, 13.
Also, Spades are the combat specialists, by the way.
Okay, hold on, wait.
Yes.
I got a funny idea.
Okay.
This is for Alex mainly. Hire Ichiro security.
I honestly, the thought did cross my mind of, I could maybe, if we're not confident in being able to solve / find the facility and storm it within, like, not quite short order, but like a reasonable period of time, I could always see about pulling some strings with the wild cards.
I mean, that is honestly a good point. I mean, for one, we do have a bit of time before reasonably they would know something's wrong. My line of thinking is they're going to know something's wrong if, when in 3 days, the handlers go and there's no one there, or the handlers go, we're there, we beat them up, and, then it's like they don't hear from the handlers for a bit, they're going to know something's wrong.
Yeah, we gotta do the payday pager thing. We have to mimic their voice and be like, oh, everything's fine.
I mean, that is kind of my... Again, I can use performance for deception when I'm imitating someone, so I could do that.
I have would you kindly. So I have one maybe get out of jail free card.
We have a few ways to get in, but no matter what, after enough time, they're going to know. So, but that is after enough time. So I think that will be enough time to get better security.
And also,
probably.
And also, the more time we wait on that, the facility itself may get more beefy security.
Yeah, which is why I wanna go there. Like, I want to intercept the handlers. That is #1 priority for me. Perhaps even this is something that might be really hard to pull off, but I was thinking, like, a fair few of us are wanted by them. I was thinking it could be a thing of, like, some of us are if we are able to get those magical good disguises up, some of us are disguised as the Grave Knights, and 1 or 2 of us are there as captives.
Okay, that's a really hard sell. I know that you said that you know it's going to be difficult, but
yes,
I think you need
exactly.
to think again of how fucked that would actually be pull off.
That would be
Grave Knights are unholy creatures. They have the unholy tag. None of us have the unholy tag.
Yeah, but also it's a little difficult to sense traits.
I mean, that kind of... yes, but this is also a fucking Umbrella Corporation equivalent. So I wouldn't put it past them to have something in the realm. If not, just be the... I mean, I don't think Foe would do this, but there's also a chance that the place is just so fucking inhospitable that it would not be good for living creatures. But again,
I
I don't
mean,
think
we know where they're getting picked up at. Like,
that's fair.
we were told where the
Yeah. And we
Um,
know
stuff-
the lab is somewhere within a radius around the city.
It's
Like,
underwater.
in the north.
Yeah, in the north, underwater somewhere. But yeah, something else to
Mhm.
note. I'm pretty sure all our specimens are marked in some way. So yeah,
Yeah, probably.
be careful about that.
I would probably give it a week, but at the same time, with what we know, we can probably find the lab because there's probably an entrance to it. Because having an underwater entrance only is not good for the whole hiding thing.
Hmm.
I mean, presumably.
Well, you also have to get
isn't
materials
this,
in and out somehow.
Yeah, exactly.
isn't this the mobile lab, or is that a different one?
Ooh, no, this is the mobile lab. But that does still raise the same point of they have to get things in somehow, and coastal waters are typically in a modern era usually pretty watched.
Indeed, they are.
And we have discussed it before. While there is some level of the local government probably being paid off by GenCorp/the the local
How
government
corrupt this
isn't
country is, yes.
usually, isn't usually attached to the armed forces /
You'd be
Coast Guard.
surprised at how much I've considered and thought about these sorts of things. Yeah.
At this point, I disagree. I don't think we'd be surprised.
No,
You
we're
forget
not
how long
surprised,
we've been
that's why-
playing, foe.
No, I'm not. No, I would not be surprised. That's why I'm going the extra distance of, hey, let's logic this out. Let's try and
Logic
see
bomb.
if we can process of elimination this bitch. To some extent, at least.
Hmm. But still, I do kind of want to ask Holloway if he knows anything about this lab, considering how long he's been here.
Yeah, no, I think it's probably. I think asking about security, and then asking about any potential relations to GenCorp are probably pretty safe questions.
Yeah.
Okay, so you
So
want
let's
to
do
ask about security and GenCorp connections? Alright, so I'll address the
Yeah.
security stuff first. So,
Yeah.
Pretty good here.
Like, aside
Yeah.
from Petra.
yeah, aside from Petra.
Yeah.
So, I'm not gonna RP this out because I'm gonna dispense this information as expediently as possible. So, Zero explains the situation with the lab. The lab has been around for 20, 30 years plus. It's been around for a while. And being a facility that researches undeath, despite it being outside town and city limits, away from people, a lot of locals have not been pleased about its development. You know, the whole not in my backyard kind of scenario type thing. Also, general global opinions on undeath are pretty mixed. Some people think it's a taboo thing that you really shouldn't touch with a 10-foot or even 20-foot pole. While others think
I imagine those numbers are probably further increased a bit by virtue of the fact that Zero is who he is.
Yeah.
Como origato, Mr. Roboto.
Yeah, exactly. And so, in the past, there have been incidences of violence and harassment, which is why the facility has security cameras, requires, check-ins, and ID verification of all of the more sensitive parts of the lab are locked off, so you can't really get into them unless, you are granted access. So pretty much the space that you're in right now generally is pretty secure, but in terms of actual fending off intruders by force, there used to be combat robots available to do that, but it's been so long, and Zero can't really keep up with the repairs, that they've kind of, fallen out of use. For the most part, they're kept to their own devices. But other than Petra, they've got nothing in terms of defense. And if they were to be met with more intense resistance, the lab would fall pretty easy. However, Zero has been in contact with the police before, in terms of security concerns, so if needed, he'd be able to maybe round up something. But again, in the face of GenCorp forces, they probably wouldn't stand much of a chance.
I mean, it would blow the lid on it. It would blow the lid on it at a minimum, which would be something, but not what we need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which,
We need a weapon.
So if security is a concern for you guys, yeah, they wouldn't stand a chance if GenCorp decided to invade or if the suits decided to strike them preemptively.
I was thinking, oh yeah, do you have anything? Is there anyone from international police in the town? But like, they'd probably fare about as well as local police forces.
well, a little better, presumably, but not.
Yeah, a little better, but like
not
again,
enough for it to truly matter. Like, there'd be a couple more casualties on the GenCorp side.
Yeah, and considering they're making bioweapons, that's not much.
Yeah. Penn's seen Artoria in action, and she's pretty damn good by herself, but she mainly deals with more cult stuff. Yeah, she is a member of the Cult Busters.
I mean,
so it's not her area of expertise.
GenCorp could be argued to be a cult, but that's a discussion for a different day.
In the way that like any massive corporation is a cult.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll stay with the robot issue. Crew could repair those, but
yeah, I was gonna say that's getting the combat bots back up would definitely be up Crew's alley. But if we want serious defense, we would want to call in the wildcards. If that's what they're calling, I may be forgetting.
We'd be going to one of their, we'd be going into an active facility. This is something the wildcards would definitely want a part of.
This is also very true.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the party outside of Pent are also. I don't remember. I think you guys are probably aware that the Sinclairs have engaged the
Sinclairs.
Before.
The Sinclairs and the wildcards are very edge-woven. I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And you guys have seen Tyrion use a trump card before.
That's true. Yes,
Queen of Diamonds.
Diamond? Yeah.
And there's a reason that after we managed to convince Ash not to kill Quint, we told I think we handed him over to Tyrion.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
You handed him over to the feds, actually.
Right.
I think we contacted Tyrion before doing so. I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
It's like, what's Tyrion gonna do with him? But like for long-term storage. But yeah. Also, I forgot. We also have another sort of like Interpol type contact, and what's his name?
Well, William is more of a local head.
Oh, he was. Yeah, sorry. Looking at him, he's definitely more local. But he would. I think it's like he knows people. I think he would know people that could help.
Yeah.
Admittedly, the Sinclairs won't be of much help here because we're well out of their sphere of influence. If I remember correctly.
Of Phoenicia's and Tyrion's, but they're like a worldwide type deal, if I remember right.
They've mentioned before. I think they mentioned before that Kaladin is somewhere that they don't really have a lot of pull in because it's kind of an insular place. It's Kaladin. Also, the system's very, very corrupt and nepotistic. Let's be real.
Yeah, it's being worked on.
Like, they're foreigners. They have zero pull there.
Right, that's sort of like an additional minor point in like why we're here as like those of us that are working for the Sinclairs.
Yeah. So, I think our foremost bet is the wild cards. I think our plan B, if we for whatever reason don't think the wild cards are enough, is the Sinclairs.
I mean, I would also say too, like I definitely agree we want the wild cards here. I think it also absolutely would not hurt to inform Regina, as she, like Fo
This
said,
is true.
is an ex-suit, so
Hmm.
Oh
she,
yeah, I'm thinking more of our large scale like contacts more
yes,
than like the ones we immediately have access to
yeah.
in country.
And also, we can ask Zero about GenCorp. What do you know about that?
especially because we probably would want to like let him know that we probably want to let him know why we're asking this as well, thinking more about
Yes,
it, because like
because
Yeah,
they
these
are
are
former
very
presidents of GenCorp.
yes. So it is like yeah, so we would want to tell
Technically
Zero
stolen
that
property.
holding on to them would paint a
Yeah,
would
very
totally.
big target.
could provide some danger, which is why we are asking about the security and all that, so that we know if their
If push
protection,
comes to shove.
your protection and their protection is paramount. So we want to know if there's anything else. We know people that may be able to help should it be needed. So yeah, that
Okay.
is why we are asking. Like that's Crew's
So-
reasoning in character.
So regarding GenCorp, this is, I guess, some information you kind of sort of knew already, but Zero will kind of explain further that, publicly and officially, there has been no GenCorp presence in Kaladin for 7 years, which is when they were officially taken out of commission. Now, it is kind of unofficially. Oh yeah, they're still around and kicking, and there's always, rumors and stuff that circulate. But whether or not people believe them, like some people think it's just conspiracy talk. Nah, they're around.
This is
and the
actual
weird-
conspiracy rather than conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the Zero being, scientific and logically minded, the strange incidences and disappearances and other odd happenings that have been occurring in the area, especially in the last couple of years, would seem to indicate, it seems very likely it's a GenCorp and Suit's presence, if not something that would rival that. Because let's be frank, GenCorp may have been the biggest, organization up to that point. That's not to say that there might not have been competitors or rivals. There's big, huge, shadow war
There's
going
no
on
such-
among powerful individuals and organizations and corporations. It's
Yeah,
like
there's never truly in stuff like this. There's never truly a monopoly.
I hate, kinda, but I hate saying this, but it's like if Amazon and Google and Facebook were all kind of at war with each other in the background for control of, I don't know, whatever. Which, I mean, I'm gonna sweep that under the rug for a little bit, but yeah, it'd be kind of like that if they were all warring in the background for supremacy and control of research and tech.
It sweeps it under the rug as we are currently live streaming on Twitch.tv.
But yeah, it'd be kind of like that. And it's kind of, I wouldn't say it's a secret, but there's always been all these powerful companies, organizations, and even individuals and families that have kind of been at war in the shadows, trying to get a foothold on influencing things in the world.
Hell, most of us are working with them.
Yeah,
Just a different one.
But yeah, officially, GenCorp is defunct. It doesn't exist anymore. But unofficially, circumstances seem to indicate that they're still active and present and doing things.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
So
yeah, it
does
seems
he?
like as far as Zero is aware, there haven't been any dealings here specifically.
No.
Also, real quick, something I realized, I don't know, I don't remember if we've done this, but we probably should have checked the Grave Knights for trackers. I don't remember if we did that.
Funny you should ask that. We did not.
You did not.
Yeah, so I'm realizing that's something we should have done before we let them off.
You can have Zero do that like right now, and I'll just have him disappear
Yeah.
for a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. As I have that realization, crew has that realization.
Go check
I
the
mean-
rabies.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
hey,
like
we could easily
protecting
take their
devices.
trackers and they'll see us coming to them. The handlers, at least.
Alright, so Zero's gonna go check that out. And Petra has kind of just been sitting here the entire time listening to you talk.
Also,
jeez.
I'm just now remembering that when we first came in here, we pretended like we didn't know each other. Now it's just that's very clearly just gone out the wayside.
Petra has been listening the entire time. Her expression's hard to read. You guys did talk about defense and the fact that she'd be very much outclassed, which she didn't seem pleased by, but she knows the situation.
Yeah.
Well,
Couldn't handle this guy over here. Then
I mean, if she's not happy about the comment, then she could literally just tilt her head to me and remember what happened.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, like I'm sure there's a reason that she's not saying anything. Nonetheless.
Yeah.
But she doesn't really seem pleased about the whole situation. He mutters, "Shit, this is gone all the way to hell, and I don't know if it'll be coming back." Like, who the hell are you guys? What are you involved in? How did I get dragged into this? Holy shit.
Well, you know what
It'll
I
be the first time.
I mean,
Oh
technically
yeah, right.
speaking,
I can lip read. So I'm just gonna say, well, you know what I formerly am. Is this really a surprise to you?
Would you
Oh,
believe me
so
if I said
so this is your fault, huh?
unfortunately?
Not
Would you
not in this case, but
Would you believe?
I do tend to I do tend to land myself into these sorts of things. On
and
purpose.
technically speaking, do consider that I was your brother and kidnapped by the exact organization that we're dealing with right now.
Oh yeah, that.
We didn't start the fire.
Would you believe me if I said I literally stumbled into this whole thing? I just wanted to be a fucking view porter and like do errant shit on the side. I was a repairman, for God's sakes.
then
I
you made a
mean-
smear campaign against him. So you know.
Well, I definitely can say you certainly fell into this problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Crew is the only one who does not have any kind of intrinsic link to what's happening. Slash who we're going up against.
Curse my having morals and wanting to actually help people. Head in hands.
Yeah, why would you want to do that?
Damon, now's not the fucking time for you, of all people, to be saying that.
Like, this is some serious shit that I guess we're all involved in now. I just
you
came
don't-
up here.
I mean, you don't really have to be. You can be entirely uninvolved if you wish to be.
She pauses a little bit and kind of like tenses her shoulders. Oh, she's frustrated. I can't not do anything. I came up here to get help about my gift and understand it some more. and help out
I can
a
relate
little
to
bit.
that.
Yeah, I wanted to help out a little bit here in exchange for, being allowed to stay, and now this is getting really, really fucked up. Now I'm dealing with Suits agents, potentially, and GenCorp is for real. Holy shit, I don't... And she just punches her fist into the desk and leaves a dent in the middle.
Well, what I'll say then is I'm rather happy that you, as an adult, have the choice to engage with this or simply walk away from it now. That's not something all of us in this room can say they had.
I don't think any of us would blame, and I don't think any of us would blame you for walking away from it either. If you chose to do so.
It's... Yeah, it's... none of us would. It's not certainly not fun by any means. It's a lot.
If you were to leave now, you would probably escape whatever blast radius is coming.
I had to watch a close friend get kidnapped and almost be turned to a grave knight. So yeah, understandable if you wouldn't want to get involved.
If anything, I think most of us would encourage it, but
Granted, we can't promise that you'd be safe. Either.
Well, at the very least, we're about to give them bigger things to be concerned about.
Quite true.
You see Petra chew on the inside of her cheek. It's kind of obvious the way she's standing there that she's kind of conflicted, but still very much brimming with rage with the way her shoulders and her fists tremble. I want to walk away from this. Just, dust off my hands and not get involved, but I think I'm already involved. And she glances in Kumainos' direction. Knowing what I know now, there's some personal stakes involved. And I'm not gonna lie, I'd like to exert some payback for all the lost time, the pain and anguish, and if you're gonna take the fight to them, I'd like to be involved, personal stuff aside. But if I'm better off here, protecting this place, protecting your friends, she nods at Ash, then I'll stay here and do that. But if you think I can help you or be useful taking out GenCorp, then trust me, I'd be happy to kick some asses.
I think it would be well deserved. For some personal revenge for what happened to your brother.
Very understandable.
Can't make any promises right now, but we do have some allies and in places that we can call upon to, at the very least, make GenCorp and Suits pay a lot more dearly for if they wanted to take the lab down. And that's assuming the worst.
And even just, I don't know how strategic it is or whatever. I have siblings too, and if anything, like, if anything happened to them, I would want to go fuck them up just as much. So
You have siblings?
yeah, I have a brother and a sister. Did I never say that?
No, that sounds familiar. I do believe you mentioned it at least offhandedly at some point.
Okay.
Nobody cares about Crew's
Yeah.
personal stuff.
Yeah, Crew
or
has like a full,
backstory.
again. Crew has a full normal life aside from all this.
To be fair, the less we know, the better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably
Genuinely,
honestly
the
true.
less it is acknowledged, the safer everyone that isn't Crew is.
I mean, if you want,
No,
I can
that's-
find
like,
out.
that's
You want to
one
sit
of-
down and have a little seance together and peer into the depths of your mind and your traumas. I can do that if you want.
I mean, take a nibble and see the same thing.
Genuinely, that is Crew's biggest fear right now. That like because of all the shit he's doing, his family is in danger. That is his biggest fucking fear right now.
Especially since you made a viewport video.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which
Have you called them?
yeah.
Called your parents, dude.
Like I haven't. Yeah. I've been calling them like at least once a week, especially when we're like, you know, about to do stuff. That means I wouldn't be able to call them for a minute because I don't want them to be, you know, like my mom wasn't exactly happy when I started being an errant, and so you know I've been trying to do all I can to keep her as unconcerned as possible, which is why I haven't really told her about all the stuff that happened at Sunshale, but
Petra gives you a pointed stare and raises an eyebrow. Wait, you're not concerned your calls are being monitored or anything?
Jack? What? No, of course I'm concerned. I do literally every time I do so. I'm doing every check I can. I have remote access.
Do you
Don't
put
ask
your
me how.
phone in a Faraday cage?
That would literally defeat the point.
The call
No,
is
no,
coming
no.
from inside the Faraday cage.
No, because like your phone can still be tracked even when like you're not actively using it.
Hilarious.
Which is why if you're doing stuff, you either don't bring it with you or you stuff it into a Faraday bag.
Yeah, how big is a Faraday cage? Like, I don't know.
It can
Just
it
a
can
pouch.
it can
It's a
depend.
pouch.
Okay, yeah, no, I
Like-
think Crew like has like the fucking like whatever the equivalent of like lead-lined pockets is.
Like
Motherfucker
what's
just
it?
has his phone wrapped in several layers of tinfoil.
Yeah, there's one of the more recent Terminator movies where Sarah Connor comes back. She's like super paranoid. She still has a smartphone, but she constantly keeps it in a potato chip bag, which functions as like a pseudo Faraday cage to prevent her from being tracked. 'Cause, yeah. But yeah, no, Faraday pouches can come in very, very small for personal security reasons. You can just stuff your phone and electronics in it, and it's fine.
Yeah, Crew.
I can also see it quite easily backfiring because if you're fucking lost and law enforcement literally can't find you by tracking your phone.
Well, that's why you're
Then-
taking it out.
I mean,
Unless you're unconscious, then yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say, if you are unable to remove it from its quote-unquote protection, you're just fucked.
yeah, I mean,
Which
Crew like reaches into his pocket to like show it off. It like the pocket itself is basically just like a Faraday cage, and it's just yeah, no, I know that. But you know, May here connects to my phone when he needs to use GPS and all that, and like you know, if something ever happens to me and I'm down and out, he could just reach in, take my phone out, and it's no longer caged.
Alright. Now I have to step away. I don't know exactly how long this will take, so I will be back if I can.
That's fine.
For Q Minos has to go do donuts in the Holloway parking lot.
I mean, if like there's like some like in-game justification, like you can actually like step back because he does have the remove curse occultism stuff. You can be like, I can like help with like
You could
Yeah.
do that too. But right now, like Zero's working on trying to, see if there's any tracking devices or other things. But yeah, try not to get into an accident with the snowplow, Cole.
Yeah.
Oh, I will try my best. I don't expect that to be an issue. It just takes a hot minute.
Remember,
that's-
remember. I know you love to do this for fun, Cole, but do not play chicken with the snowplow.
Anyway,
No promises. Okay, block.
Yeah.
but
Bye.
while he's taking care of that anyway. Yeah, what else would you guys like to discuss amongst yourselves while Zero's
Why they're all single?
anyway,
Yeah, what were we
So-
talking about before I brought up my thing? Oh yeah, about if we're gonna be bringing Petra along or not.
well,
Yeah.
Petra would like
Yeah.
to come along,
Yeah.
and
Petra is
I think-
volunteering.
I think
I'm-
you could definitely fit bringing Petra in.
Yes, I'm. Cruz said that as to like giving reasoning as to why he also like if I was in your position, I would absolutely want the same thing, and
Yeah.
I am. Who am I to say no? I know how much. Well, I can only imagine how much it would hurt. So
Oh,
yeah.
all
Like,
right,
she would-
3 day
She would
3 day
like to
training
be.
on
She would like to be involved in whatever your plans are, or at least, kept in the loop. But if you feel, or if the party feels that she's better served helping protect the lab, she's fine with that.
To be fair, if we wanted to go the extra mile, we call in our quote defenses, and we also leave B behind. At least until when we find the lab. If
I
we're
mean-
really paranoid.
but also gotta keep in mind that this is a game, so one where there's a GM. I think out of character we would prefer to stay together just for the
Yeah.
purposes of
Well,
you're not
yes,
staying
for the-
muted for 5 hours at a time.
I mean, you think I give a fuck?
Fuck you, motherfucker! Guess what? I actually enjoy playing with you sometimes. I
Like,
know
I will
our
say-
whole relationship is one of mutual hatred. There's a reason I haven't asked Fo to kick you out or anything.
I will say,
right, man.
I will say, like, I can't show you the layout of the facility. I have the layout done.
Yeah, of course.
But-
of course.
I have like the kind of like the preview layout of what it is. That way you can kind of plan accordingly. But you haven't gotten into a situation where you can retrieve the Death Star plans, metaphorically speaking. But like I will say, like any plan to infiltrate or otherwise assault the facility, it's going to be A, pretty involved, B, also kind of dangerous with the way
Mhm.
things are set up. I can't say too
Wow.
much more than that.
Dangerous? Wow. Fuck. Striking right into the heart of an enemy base? Go fucking figure, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's
Like-
active and has current employees.
hmm
And you have to rescue 2 people to bring them out.
Active security. Like
Completely submerged.
yeah, it's like it's underwater. With as far as you know, only an underwater entrance in and out. So
Sounds like we bring bomb.
like I can
One well placed bomb can nuke the whole place.
Yep.
like the way I've kind of structured things, it could very much well be a suicide mission.
Oh good, we're Mass Effect 2.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
like
But also, we
But
can't have it
also,
be a suicide
the
mission if
way
you
it's-
want to get the people out. Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Ashes
also,
remaining
fucking-
friends.
also, there's
Scintilla
fucking
Perpent.
chances that- If she's there.
If she's there, it's
she's there.
50-50 chance.
If her body is there.
There's that case.
Because remember, she's dead.
And also
real.
Kumanos for if Dr. Winters is there, which is also a 50-50 chance.
Not fancy.
We murder everybody.
But yeah, like without giving away too much, the way I've kind of been hinting at things and the level that you're at, it'd be pretty dangerous. So,
Especially if
Alright,
the
so clearly
freaking
we
Black
just game the
Joker's
system,
there.
go fight something that gets us level 11, and then storm the base. 5-head.
but
Yeah, base rank here. We'll fight them.
but yeah, any other things that you guys would like to discuss in the meantime until I have Zero come back?
Okay, my funniest idea yet.
What is your funniest idea?
iPhone Grave.
Where is he
He's
at?
base.
I know. That's the joke. We just put this
Yeah.
fake fucking vending machine on the base on the lab at security.
I mean, to be fair, they do probably have great vending machines there.
Oh god. No, they wouldn't. That shit's so fucking fake. Hopefully. Bruh, if
But
we
they
have to
wouldn't be
fight
alive
Grave,
like Grave.
Bruh, if we have to fight a version of Grave, we're so fucked. I'm a DG, you know better than most that we're fucked if we have to fight a version of Grave. Who has
He
the
always
same kind
got
of setup.
20s. He always got 20s.
Always fucking crit. Homeboy was a crit machine. Actually horrifying.
We'd be screwed if we fought Grave.
Pretty much.
Yeah, we're coming here right now, so sorry. But also,
Oh no, I was just listening to you guys.
Mhm.
We're memeing the game. I don't know.
Listening, definitely not writing anything down.
Nope.
not writing down plans for the Grave in the
Not
facility.
plotting anything at all. Nope.
To be fair,
I-
it's not unreasonable that I could call in one of the former PCs without the player, of course, just as an NPC role. As a, hey, you wanna fuck around?
If Venger's back from the Philippines, I'm sure he'd be happy.
I think the only one that would kind of be willing to cause some havoc would probably be Hexa, because she did join the cult busters at Artoria's invitation, and then
Oh, excellent. Okay, so they do have a reason to call it.
yeah, and then Ocho and I'm are off kind of doing their
Yeah, they're doing
their
What
weird
is it?
business, the
Breakfast
brunch
and
and
bank.
bank.
Bank and
The brunch and
brunch,
bank.
yeah.
All I can imagine is a portal space core flying around space.
Yeah,
No,
and
it's
then
not
Grave
quite
is in
bad.
space.
They have a fucking Stargate. No,
Yeah,
unfortunately,
it is.
there's no actual space involved. They just have a Stargate.
And Grave is in the sky wanting to become Hal.
Yeah, but
Yeah, hopefully that one doesn't pan out.
But yeah, if you wanted to like summon reinforcements from like your old buddies, Hexa would probably be the most available one, because
Yeah.
it's only been like a couple of weeks since
That's only been a couple weeks.
the high stakes group parted ways, so she wouldn't really be like doing active duty with the cult busters yet. 'Cause I don't think because Artur is always working on cases, but I don't like Hexa would be like brand new at this point, so not completely indisposed.
Like I'd say, if Venger's back from the Philippines, he'd be happy to be a guest star at PC, I think.
Oh my god, he fucking would though.
He really would.
Here's how I break the game. We have guest Vengestar for an episode and have him cook one thing.
Oh god.
Actually, no, that was
Oh.
Grave. That was Grave.
That was Grave, the
It was
Gregs.
the taste tester. Hexa was the taste testers. That's how it worked.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
god,
true.
I forgot about the Gregs. Anyway,
Yeah, yeah, those were things that happened, unfortunately. Yeah. Okay. So, our choices for Collins are definitively the wild card, and see if we can't get a hold of Hexa from Interpol.
All right.
I feel like we should also, at the very least, report in to the
Yeah, yeah.
Sinclairs.
Sinclair and Regina as well.
Yes.
Supposed to have to message Venge like, "Hey, you're calling Hexa. What do you do?"
I might actually.
I mean, to be fair, I did say it. To be fair, I did say as an NPC role.
Oh yeah.
As a this serves as a this is a deterrent for if a foe tries to do funny things.
Oh yeah, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. Like I would be
Now, if
asking for
Vengers show up, that's a different that's a different story, which is
Yeah.
ironically really funny because this was High Noon's not high stakes time slot.
What was I saying? Anyway, yeah. Eventually, Zero comes back, and it's hard to, because Zero's a robot. It's hard to read any sort of expression or emotion because he's got plates for a face. But he comes back and announces, "It would seem that there were security measures in place to keep track of your friends. However, they
Knew
were
it.
previously removed. Not long ago, it
Were.
would seem."
Interesting. That is an unforeseen development.
Were removed?
Were.
Indeed, they are not currently active. I did not have to do anything.
Sorry, clarify. Removed as in as in they are still there but deactivated, or just fully there's like it's something that shows that there was previously a tracker there and that is no longer the case.
There were traces remaining, yeah, but the devices or measures themselves are no longer there.
That is weird.
That is quite interesting.
However,
So-
when questioned about this removal, they were not able to provide adequate information regarding the circumstances.
Why would they let their specimens in the wild without trackers? Just
I
makes
mean,
no
is
sense.
there any chance it's like no? Is there any chance it's like a trust thing? They've been, working and following orders for this long. There's just no reason to spend resources on the tracker.
I highly doubt that.
Yeah.
I doubt that significantly.
They had to know the possibility of Ash being able to break them out of their stupor.
And that depends on them believing Ash wouldn't come back. And we both know that that's not what they'd think.
I guess so, but yeah.
From what I was able to gather from their reports, they were supposed to be monitored as normal. However, they encountered an incident shortly after being released to their duties. All three parties reported distortions, although they were unable to further elaborate on them.
Distortions.
They were affected by some. There was something affecting them when like you snapped them out of something when we fought, right? Right, Ash?
Yeah, they were in a haze, I suppose.
That purple glint in their eye. If I recall
Purple.
correctly.
All
Maybe-
three reported encountering an individual upon arriving on the mainland. However, they were not able to provide any concrete details about this individual.
That's almost certainly some sort of magical interference then. So, which would explain the removal of the electronic tracker if they had a way to magically ensure that all orders are being followed to the letter to the soul, then why bother wasting the resources on tracking them if you are 100% certain?
There's no such thing as a waste of resources when it comes to Gen Corp. These
The
things
encounter.
to look at it slightly more cruelly for a second. These aren't people. These are resources. These are experiments. And GenCorp does not like their experiments being unaccounted for.
Yeah, Pent knows the Diamond Rose. They like to keep a close eye on things. That's the way diamonds work. They like knowing where the resources are, money or research stuff. Also, Trey, he was kind of he oversaw that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Just gonna take a seat on the chair and kind of like decompress into himself.
So a third party interfered with them. That's thank you.
A presumable third party. There is the chance that we are being played.
Falling into somebody's hands.
Possibly.
Do you know anyone who could be that, I don't know, mischievous in GenCorp?
Well, fellow hearts could certainly decide to up the ante if they wanted to mess with us, and if they're in the area, or they saw it coming, which would be impressive, I suppose. Could always be the Queen of could always be the current Queen of Diamonds. The duplicate one that we fought.
Oh, that would be the Ace.
The Ace of Diamonds.
Okay, Ace. Could always be the Ace of Diamonds. She's got her hands in almost every single pot in the world.
We've encountered her a few times before.
I had to fight some of her duplicates on the Isle out in the ocean.
But she all but disappeared when the Sunsail stuff was over, so...
The plot was finished. No reason for her to stick around and risk going down with it.
Actually, Pent.
Yes.
Let me see what skills you got, because, like, I think you have Suits Lore.
Yes, Suits
I
Lore.
have expert.
Oopsie, no, I don't want you to hurdle a swim check. We don't need that right now.
Allow. But yes, I do.
I don't know. We're swimming in theories right now.
This is true.
Okay. Alright, so I will allow you to increase your Suits Lore level to actually Master at this point. And you can roll that for a knowledge check.
He is a master spy.
A master of fucking bullshitting, but it being reasonable enough to potentially lead off of.
Well, no, you're not a thumb.
Lol.
So yeah, I'll let you roll it, and I can probably reveal a little more information depending on how well you roll.
That's a very average roll.
I'm going to use
it's
my
actually below
reaction.
average.
I'll use my reaction to have you re-roll. That way, you take the higher.
Okay. Because, yeah, okay. Roll, keep higher results.
30.
Very good.
There we go.
Alright.
Extra plus 5. 30.
Let's see here.
Oh yeah, and let me remove my hero point.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. I
Alright.
need to get a new mouse. I swear to God.
So 32. Okay.
Yep.
So, Pent, you might not have been with the Suits for very long, but being a Hearts agent, your judge of character is pretty sharp. You're very observant, not just of your surroundings, but your fellow agents as well. Your assessment is actually something you can probably be pretty confident in. If there were to be anybody messing with the situation, you can narrow it down to a couple of different parties. Yes, fellow Hearts agents, but as far as you're aware, despite, your memory gap, there aren't any active ones that would be
Near
involved
Kaladin.
or stationed in Kaladin.
Makes sense.
The only other ones, aside from other Hearts agents, would be probably Miss Jewel, the Ace of Diamonds, or one of the Jokers. They seem the most likely.
Yeah, I was gonna say there is
for
all the
different
chance.
reasons.
Of course.
Like, what you know of the Ace of Diamonds, she's involved in a lot of things.
Prostitution.
Yeah, she's involved in a lot of things. What her exact plans are, you have no idea. The last time you encountered her was in the pursuit of the Book of Horizons, which was
Yep.
the
On the Isle of
powerful.
Galileo.
Yeah, it was the powerful artifact. So she's up to something. But what she'd
Oh,
be
yeah.
doing in Kaladin, you have no idea, or what that would mean towards her plans.
No motive you can
yeah.
see.
There's no motive that you can see or make a
Deduce from
connection
what
with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing that we can deduce with what we know.
Mm-hmm.
But it is still pretty likely that she could have something to do with it,
Yeah.
just because she has her hands in everything.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, if she has her hands in everything, she has a much bigger picture than what you guys have. And if she's involved, it's not a good sign. Now, Jokers, there's two of them, but their involvement in this would be for very different reasons. They are the most likely ones to be stationed up here, or doing things in the area.
Yeah, proof
And
that
also-
happens. So yeah,
And also, you guys have pretty big targets painted on your backs. If you were to be taken care of and taken care of quickly, they'd likely be sending a Joker. They're not fucking around this time. So, yeah. And if a Joker is involved, it's incredibly likely that all of this has been set up to lure you into a trap.
Almost certainly.
we're being lured into a place of no exit. That is
Included
kind of
as well, so we won't be found.
and they're baiting us with the Eden and Scintilla.
Yeah.
That was pretty plausible.
Not it does, but I can't think of anything we could really do aside from just going in. Because I mean, what option? We could leave, but I don't think we would.
It doesn't particularly
Damon
accomplish
wouldn't.
anything.
Yeah, exactly. And even if we are to just ignore the trap, like, this isn't going to be their one attempt. I don't know if we have any options aside from just falling for it.
We can plan ahead. It's fine.
Yeah. Obviously, we're not going to close our eyes and walk in.
We won't be
It's
caught unaware.
It's not a trap if you know it's gonna happen.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, then it's just a suicide mission.
Mhm.
Or attempt, depending on who you ask.
But yes, that is what you know with your suits lore roll. So yeah, your assessment was pretty spot on, but now you have a little more context for not only who might be involved, but also as to why they would be involved, and why they would be, it would be seemingly that any tracking or method of tracking the specimens was removed.
Yeah.
For hell, not to mention if there's a tracker, trackers could, in theory, be reversed. So it's also a security for them.
Also, I think we forgot to ask this, but we know the handlers are coming to meet them in 3 days. But where are they gonna meet them? I don't think we ever got the info.
I assumed that was given as part of the like when.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
but
I think
we
I
were
think I
getting where.
neglected that.
You didn't say that.
Um, sorry, that slipped my mind. That's actually kind of important. So yeah, they'll be meeting with the handlers in 3 days. Usually, the designated pickup spot, they'd be transported in the back of like one of those large cube trucks. So they don't see where exactly they go in order to get into the subaquatic transport. But there is a pickup spot that's in kind of like a isolated part of the wilderness. It's like a stand of trees off the main roads.
Okay. We can ambush the pickuppers, steal their uniforms, and get to the base.
Yes. And I do always have my trump card, but again, that's not a guarantee, and it would probably buy us, like, I don't know, another 5 minutes of, not having them raise the alarm.
Or kidnap on them and interrogate them.
You could eat them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
that's-
gonna say if we fight, we do have a way of learning what they know, because obviously they aren't gonna pull up demystify maps, but presume. But if they know, if this is a thing they've done enough times that they've memorized it, we have a way of checking that.
Yep. So that's probably the next thing we'll do.
Yeah.
After we
preparing for
handle
the,
everything here.
pickup.
Alrighty, so you have your plan. It's a good plan.
We wait for an at their designated pickup spot and ambush them.
Do we want to try to set up like bait at the ambush spot?
Could try that. Or do we?
What pins did y'all get? Did you get the blue?
No, I got
rose
has-
one?
Doc has purple.
yeah, I also got the purple one.
What's this about? Pins?
Oh, they have rose pins, which kind of like signify that they've been recruited by various members of the Sinclair family. There's different colors. So
Yeah, blue.
Blue
They have different
means
effects.
yeah, they have different effects. So blue means that Lady Sinclair is the one that offered patronage and guild membership, whereas the purple ones are Tyrians.
Thumbs
So
up.
yeah, they kind of like directly report to Tyrion.
The Sinclairs gave us when we, completed the thing.
Is there anything else that you'd like to ask or request of Zero at this point?
I think that's all the info we need of Zero. He doesn't have a Gen Corp map on hand, so
Yeah.
No, well, yeah, no. I don't think anyone would. They're still treated as kind of like, they're very secretive, so like nobody would actually know where they are. However, Regina did mention, weird occurrences like that you can probably kind of like pinpoint on a map and figure out a range.
we only arrange when we can get to the truck itself.
Yeah.
That is true.
There'll be an
Right.
address that'll lead us there.
There's also that weird shop in Greyshore.
Yeah, that rear shop too.
Yeah.
The one that sends people on hunts to get kidnapped.
Though that is.
They may
I'm
be
not.
connected. Who knows?
Yeah. They almost certainly are connected, in my opinion. I'm just wondering if that's a lead that we like even need to go down.
Well, we
You
could
have, you have 3 days.
hang out in Greyshore.
Yeah, we do have
until pickup
multiple
time.
days. Sorry, what was that, DG?
We could hang out in Greyshore and investigate until it's pickup day.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds like it'd be a good idea.
And we got some resupply there.
Yeah, Greyshore's a small. Well, it's a small like fishing town. It does have an errant district, but it's kind of small especially in comparison to Sworddale. Sworddale's the main hub. Greyshore is just kind of like, well, we gotta cater to errants, so let's like build some some places where they can shop, repair weapons, and stuff like that.
Also, we'll be safe for these 3 days as long as we sleep in our safe mansion.
That is true.
If we don't sleep in town, so we don't get people kidnapping us.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
For sure.
Your freaky mansion actually doubles as its own security, because if they are not designated as allies, they are not allowed entry.
Well, no, they're allowed
Or
entry. They just aren't
they just
allowed
can't
to
leave.
escape.
They just can't
Yeah.
leave.
They can't leave, and they're in twisting hallways and like maze-like area. All
Come
that.
play with us.
Mm-mm.
They're gonna be traumatized if they try and enter.
The murderous
Also, yeah, it
noise.
would be. Yeah, so it's even if they break in, okay, put the sack and blindfold over some of us about it, and just like, okay, we got the thing, time to go. Not allowed out. Congratulations, you kidnapped me, to the lobby.
And then the dolls come rescue you because you have a good friendship with them.
Yeah, honestly, that is something I'm thinking of doing, just like while we're there, for these next few days while we're at the mansion, just being like
Friendship.
just no, just like informing the dolls that like there might be people coming in that are very much not friends. They want to do very bad things to us. So keep an eye out, just in case they are, both warning the dolls and also a little more subtly being like, I don't know what kind of creepy shit you can do. Here are your
fuck these guys up.
targets.
Fuck these guys up, Home Alone them.
Yeah.
A mousetrap.
Oh, that's a nostalgic board game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Alright. Any other things that you would like to discuss or ask in the meantime?
I don't think I got any more stuff to ask personally.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm out of questions as well.
Alright. So, you do have your timeline. You have 3 days until the designated pickup. Until then, Ash's friends are going to be here in the lab. You are free to visit them. They're not being held prisoner. They're going to be treated very well.
Do
But
they
Zero
have
has
phones?
Them? No.
Okay. I figured out, but it would have been funny to be like, add them to the group chat.
That would be slightly weird.
Yeah.
Add Ash's undead friends to the same group chat, the Sirens.
Hades' group chat would just be ...
Funny meme. Funny meme.
Funny
dot,
meme,
dot.
thumbs up.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, doesn't actually type anything or just responds with a single K.
Okay.
I feel like he's the type to just like if something, like, he sees something, like, really funny that gets him, he just types out a single LOL.
Yeah,
Period.
exactly. Meanwhile, Ayn would be the one that would be sending funny gifs and videos, cute animal stuff.
Mhm.
The bunny is eating his poop.
What's his
What the
Nice.
fuck?
Ew.
Yeah, no, that's what he's
Bunnies
doing.
do that.
back is?
Bunnies do that, but it's still ew.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, no, bunnies eat their poop. That's the thing that they do.
That's like,
Filipinos do
no, I have heard of other animals that, like, eat their own shit for, like, digestive purposes, because
Yeah,
one reason or another.
Usually animals that eat hay. Guinea pigs do it too, but rabbits most notably, because even though their digestive tracts are designed to digest grass. Oh, now he's napping. Okay. Yeah, they're designed to digest grass. It needs like an extra pass through because it can't fully digest it. So then they eat their own poop.
Yeah,
But if
it's
it-
like why cows have 4 stomachs, right?
Yeah, it's like why cows have like 4 stomachs. It allows them to digest stuff. But yeah, with rabbits and guinea pigs, the specific poops that they eat are different than the normal poops. Yeah, it's weird I'm talking about this. It's kind of gross, but yeah. No, like that's normal for them to do.
Alright, just... I don't know animals, I just wanted to make sure that there wasn't, like, something strange going on with it, because, like, I don't know, I've heard... Like, I don't know, it could be a sign... I could see it being a sign of some kind of illness.
Well, for other animals, yes.
Like,
a
for
dog-
other animals, yeah.
Like, if a dog is eating their own poop, that's usually...
Dogs eat their own poop.
Ew.
Yeah. Like, I know dogs do it, but they don't do it on a regular basis. So it can be an indication of something not being right with the dog, but with, grass-eating rodents, like guinea pigs and rabbits, that's normal. Anyway, no more poop talk. Let me think what else.
Fuck, what was our what did we want to ask? Oh, right, yeah, yeah, we were told that, that we'll have full contact.
They have full contact, they're gonna be treated, humanely, they're fine. You do have 3 days until rendezvous, which the pickup spot already. You can do
And
whatever you like until then.
That needs to contact the wild cards and all that.
Yeah, you can contact the wild cards in the meantime as well to kind of let Ichiro know what's up and be able to act accordingly. What else? Petra
Claire's
is
as well.
probably, yeah.
You can
Petra's
test Petra if
largely-
you want.
Yeah, Petra's largely gonna stay at the labs unless, you let her know otherwise she'd like to be kept in the loop on plans.
I think once we figure out I think, like, rather what I vote for the plan is, like, once the ambush is done, or like either we call her for the ambush, or once the ambush is done, we go and, like, pick her up. Because, like, both in and out of character, I just wouldn't feel right not bringing her along. Like, for all the personal reasons, it feels like she should be there.
Yeah.
And
Bring
then,
Petra.
if you guys want to investigate Grey Shore, I actually do have the map. It's not quite done. I'm almost done. I've been working on it like the last 2 weeks. It's almost done, but it's really cool.
Mhm. Yeah, that'd be a good way to spend our time as well.
Yeah, because it makes sense that you'd want to gather as much information as possible on this place, because going in blind would be very, very bad. It will not end well.
Oh, I thought of something I wanted to ask. Because I know through our HUD, we have there are, like, ways to digitally, technologically check for magical effects.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to ask to make sure that like the cameras are also capable of doing so, because although we managed to break them from the spell, I don't know if that's a permanent break or a temporary one.
Well, I mean, as far as you've seen with Mirabellis, she still gets the urge to violently murder Ash on occasion, but I don't.
It's resisted
Yeah,
with a smack face.
yeah.
To Ash's face.
Like you can
Yeah,
probably
so-
assume the other two have similar problems, but you haven't seen
Similar
those yet.
flare-ups.
Yeah, similar flare-ups. Well, actually,
So-
with Fine, you see that she's kind of like in a bit of a depressive state, but yeah.
Yeah, so I guess that's something we should at least mention to Zero. I don't know how. I can't think of a way that could be dealt with. Maybe maybe just show them a video of, or like a live footage of Ash punching himself.
I would
But-
put a picture of him on the wall so they can punch it, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, just something to keep in mind so that like they could possibly work to work together to figure out how they could like manage that.
Alrighty. So unless there are further questions or any discussions that you want to have as a party, I think we can comfortably end session here for today, since you guys have a pretty solid plan in mind already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Alright, so just so I have a good idea, what would you like to do for next session? Like RP with, you know, Ash's buddies, RP with each other, investigate Greyshore. Just so I can kind of get on my ass and finishing the map if I need to.
I mean, yeah. It's probably gonna come up of investigating Greyshore for sure.
Yeah.
Alright.
Look, we'll get to it right away, but we'll do it.
Yeah. One of the yeah. Yeah, I feel like that's gonna be like the sort of like main quest for us right now, investigating Greyshore. But also we're definitely going to want to call up on our local and less local allies.
Okay, doke.
Get them to help defend this place while we, you know,
While we
Raid
take their
fire.
only security.
yes.
Oh yeah, there's also Trey as well if you really get desperate and want to call him up, but he's kind of
Heck no, he deserves to rest.
Yeah.
He deserves
He's-
to rest.
He's kind of enjoying his life right now.
I can imagine him and William right now just sitting in a bar drinking.
Yeah.
Like-
Like, oh, hey, how are the wife and kids? Good? Okay.
I'm wondering if we at least want to like keep him up to date, but also like I could, if anything, maybe we just tell him after the fact so that we let him,
Tell him after.
let him enjoy his time.
Yeah, I mean, you've only been gone like a week or something like
Yeah.
that. Actually, yeah, you've only been gone like a week.
Just let him rest. Let him enjoy it.
But,
Hey, haven't seen you in a week. Just to let you know, we're once again deciding that suicide is looking like a suicide by the hands of someone else is looking like the best option.
Yeah,
You know
he's up
what?
to stuff.
Actually, hold on for it. I got this idea for you.
What?
You got a bomb license.
So, are you saying to set up mines for the truck to explode it as it's coming in?
No, not.
We need a really big bomb to blow up a really big facility.
Oh my
Yes, to
God.
that.
I mean, you wouldn't
We're
even
not-
really need a big bomb. It's underwater, so like, if any amount of structure, like, you wouldn't need nearly as much structural damage to fuck it over. Like, you know,
Oh man.
honestly.
But what if they got like fail safes? You know, like they got.
Oh, absolutely. Like, I'm not saying just blow one hole in the wall and it's completely done. No, of course they're gonna. If they're like, of course there's gonna be fail safes, but like, I'm not saying you would need to like, you wouldn't need to nuke the bitch. You just need like, it wouldn't take as much in terms of explosives.
I think you guys are really, really gonna like what I've got going on with the facility. I'm just listening to potential plans that you guys have in mind already without knowing
Look,
too
once we-
much.
Hey, look.
You
Once we
invited a bunch of
complete,
psychopaths to your game, so you know.
I am
What's-
perfectly normal.
No,
I mean,
fucking
hey,
not.
you know. But yeah,
But yeah, otherwise, I think we're gonna
Ah, fuck.
end session officially here. But yeah, thank you guys for playing, and I will try to have that map done for next session for sure, so you can explore.
We should also probably try to inform Cole of our what our plans are, and in case he has anything he wanted to ask his hero.